Hi everyone, Nicole here. Some of you have asked me to elaborate on game analysis, which is part of the engage model, educate, notice and name, game analysis, generate and end. Game analysis comes from transactional analysis, and it's the study of repetitive patterns of behavior that have come out of childhood that we still employ as adults, but that are based on old experiences where we had little choice but to either rebel or adapt to something that was going on that was out of our control, that hides a real need because our real need wasn't being met then, but that we've carried over into adulthood and we still employ in relationships with others and family, friends, work colleagues, that really discount our ability to do something different now, given our choices today as adults. So if that makes sense, games are repetitive patterns of behaviors that lead to unhealthy outcomes that we engage in 24/7 with others that have a level of familiarity to them, but by and large lie out of our awareness. So, and when we look at games, we can analyze our game position through three distinct roles that we will favor. Those roles are rescuer, persecutor, and victim. So somebody who is a rescuer will have learnt in childhood to put other people's needs first and take care of them. Now, as a kid, this would have been a really sensible thing to do if for whatever reason your caregivers couldn't meet your authentic need and kind of asked of you that you met theirs. Yeah? Somebody who takes a more victim position, and these are all dysfunctional positions, but are adapted for good reason. Somebody who takes a victim position is the type of person who frequently gets people to do something for them. They kind of play games of don't know, help me, ooh, not my fault. And they invite others to take care of them. Yeah, and that's because that would have got them strokes and attention as children. And the other role we adopt as adults from the past is the role of persecutor. Now, this role is whereby the adult person has become quite dogmatic, controlling, a bit rigid perhaps in their thinking, their way of being. This is somebody who really feels that, it's their way or the highway. And that's because as a kid, they've had to adopt that role for whatever reason. They've had to really forge ahead and be the stronger one and really truly believe that their way was the only way. But as adults, we've got different choices. As adults, these roles of rescuer, victim and persecutor will turn themselves on their head and so the victim player will eventually get fed up of being kind of infantilized and always done to. The rescuer will finally get fed up of always feeling like they're doing the doing and helping others, and the persecutor will eventually at some point run up against somebody who isn't going to let that happen too. So we need to find other ways of being that are much more authentic and really address our real need, and work with, address the hidden agenda, if you like. So in order to analyse the game, we have to work out which role we take first, whether we're more likely to be a rescuer, a victim, or play the persecutor role. And once we've done that, we then need to analyse the type of games that we'll get into. So rescuers frequently get into games that are games of responding to do me something, I'm only trying to help, kind of sometimes I know best too. Victim players will get into games that are more like, do me something, stupid, it's not my fault, that kind of thing. And persecutors are a bit more involved in games such as I know best, my way or the highway, only I can do it kind of thing. Yeah. So once we've analysed which role we take, we can think about the games, the familiar patterns of behaviour we get involved with with other people. And then we need to think about how it starts. How does the game start? What happens next? Then what happens? How do we feel? How do we think the other person feels? Then we have to think about, what was the hidden message in this game? What did I really want to say to this other person? How did I really want to behave? How did I want the other person to react to me? And then we need to think about what we can do to change our thinking, our feeling, our behaviour in order to communicate the real need. So that we can then think about a new way of being that results in a new ending. An ending that is more helpful, more hopeful, and is really based on how we really think and feel and how we really want to behave. Hope that helps. Take care. Bye-bye.